Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear students, we know you are becoming boring staying at home, but we are with you. So I would like to welcome you to DEO Rangpur Online School. So today, according to our schedule, I am with you with English first paper of class 9 today. So dear student, as it is the very first class of mine with you, so today I am not going to teach you any particular topics, but today I am going to discuss with you about the question pattern of class 9, what we have to face in the SSC examination. So for these reasons, if we have around any students of class 10, they can also join these classes. But these classes has been designed only for the students of class 9. Okay, dear students, today I am going to, so first, this is Muhammad Abdul Motalab, Senior Teacher, English Police Lines School and College, Rangpur, and I will conduct this class with you. And I told you this class has been designed for class 9 and English first paper from your English for today. So what we are going to teach today, if you see some question, kindness, love, looking after are related to dash dash dash. Again, here I have written another question. What does Nirmal Hridoy mean? Zainul Abidin dash is the pioneer of Bangladesh. Write a summary of the above passages in your own words. So what is happening here? What are the questions related to? So dear students, can you guess, can you imagine what I am going to teach you today? So yes, if you can understand, just you can know, you can tell me in the comment box. Yes, you can understood. Yes, today just I am going to discuss on question patterns of English first paper, because your textbook, there are some passages and many other activities available, but the question patterns is the different one. So dear students, our today's target is to discuss with you the question patterns and which question, in which way we can answer, the answering techniques, the question patterns, and the techniques of writing the answers. I will try to share with you these topics. And so what will be our learning outcomes today, dear students? Just our target is only 3 today. After we have studied this lesson, we will be able to know the question. What is happening? So we will be able to know the question items, how many questions and what are the items in our English first paper in the examination. And number 2, know how to answer different questions. I know, dear students, many of you have some problems. You don't know the right way to answer the questions in the examination hall. You make some mistakes. So after today, so that we can minimize our mistakes in writing the answer. And number 3, we will be able to know how to write a summary. I know in class 6, 7 and 8, you have written the summary of the passages and you have many pre-idea about the questions, I know. So, but you have some problems. Our today's target is to minimize your problems, and just I will try my best to give you some hints in that way you can write the answer properly in your examination hall. So dear students, if we go ahead, so just look at, if you have paper and pen with you, you can take down, or I hope so far I know you know the question items very well, I know. So you know in your English first papers totally you have two parts. Part A, this is reading test and it will carry 50 marks. Among the 50 marks we have scene comprehensions. In the scene comprehension you have question number 1 to 7. From 1 to 7 we have to face scene comprehension and you have to face 7 questions. What are the item? Number 1, this is MCQ, you know, and from the very class 6 you are answering this question, so you have enough idea, but I am going to tell you some different one today. Number 2, answering questions, it will be 5 and every question will carry, I'm sorry, it will carry 2 marks every question, so it will be totally 10. Gap filling without clues, it will be 5. And then unseen passages, and in unseen passages you have to answer 2 questions. Number 1, information transfer, it will carry 5 marks, and you have to write a summary, it will carry 10 marks. And then in question number 6 you have a matching questions, it will 5, and in 7 you have rearranging, it will carry 8 marks, and totally in reading part we have 50 marks. So dear students, today I will discuss with you about these 50 marks, how we can carry it in the examination hall. So dear students, those who are online now, please share this class so that the other students can take part in these classes. Please share this class on your own timeline. And this is the marks distribution of part A, I told you. But again, now if I go to, I can say Apon Kumar, hi Adab sir, Adab, how are you? I hope you are well. Please share this class on your timeline so that the other student can enjoy this class also. So dear students, this is part B and it will be writing test. But I told you today I will not talk to you on this part 2 because we will not have enough time for that, I know. But just it is the question item. In part B we have also 50 marks. You have to write a paragraphs and you have to write informal letters or emails. Then we have describing graphs or charts and completing a story and dialogues. You know, every question items will carry 10 marks. But dear students, as you didn't study, I know in class 6, 7 and 8 about only this chapter, describing graphs and charts. So in that cases, I think you need some information how you can write a good graphs and charts, how we can describe it very successfully. I hope in my next class I will try to discuss with you about these 5 questions. But today just I am trying to discuss with you about the part A reading test, the which questions we will write in which way. So dear students, if we go upon you are fine, thank you, welcome. So dear students, now I will show you every questions one after another of part A, and then I will show you the answering techniques, how we can answer in the question in the examination hall. So dear students, today's my motto, my target is not to teach you, I told you. Today just we are going to discuss about the question items. So in part A, the first one, you know, you will have a passage like this from your textbook English for today. Any passage will be select from here And after this passage, following this passage, you will have only two questions you know already. If the COVID-19 pandemic was not attacked, it didn't attack us, you already had to face an examination in the first term exam. But as you still didn't face an examination, just I am going to show you the question. This is just try to understand. This passage will be selected from your textbook for English for today, what you have already studied. And after this passage, you have Afon Kumar, you are telling that you cannot see my face. Sorry, I am trying to show my face to you. So dear students, so after this passage, you will have 7 questions like this, and this question is called MCQ, multiple choice questions, you know. But my target is not told you the multiple choice questions only. Just I am going to tell you what items, what are the things we have to study to answer these questions. So dear students, if I read the questions for you, then I will tell you the techniques. The number 1 question here is said, in paragraph 1 it is said, Mother Teresa was moved by the sight of the sick and dying on the streets of Kolkata. What is it mean by this sentence? So dear students, the question is telling, there is a sentence is given here, and the question is asked, what the sentence meaning, what the sentence has been used to, what is the reference of the sentence in your passage. So this is number 1 quality, please try to remember. So dear students, number B, kindness, love, looking after are related to. Here just you are saying kindness, love, looking after are related to, meaning here again we can see this is word meaning questions. Just this is related to vocabulary. Just and everyone, after finishing all the reading of my questions, I will tell you in a word, in a summary, what does phrase missionaries of charity mean. So here a phrase is asked, what does the phrase mean. Again, which is the following best describe divine love. Again, it's a word meaning. You are asked to give a meaning of divine love. Again, the main purpose of the author of the passage is, this is another type of question. Again, Mother Teresa emphasized on, so this passage, these two passages is very much related to the context, and the world salute her for her death. So dear students, what we are seeing here, I have read 7 questions, because you know this number 1 question will carry 7 marks. For every questions it will carry 1 marks. So what we are seeing here, we are seeing here just 2 types of questions. One type is they are trying to know the meaning, word meaning for me, and another type of questions, they are trying to know whether you have understood the passage or not. So what will happen? In a word we can tell, so in this case we must have to improve our vocabulary, and we must have to improve our understanding power, so that after reading a passage, so that I can understand the main theme, the focusing points of the passage, and so that I can understand the meaning of the sentences and the words used in the passages. So if I increase, if I improve my vocabulary, if I can increase my vocabulary power, then I think we will be able to answer the questions very successfully of the question number 1. So dear students, so please take the very much specific point. So what I am telling you, so to answer the question number 1 very successfully, I need 2 things. Number one, I need some vocabulary powers, and I have the power to understand any passage by reading. So if I have in this vocabulary, then it will be easy for me to understand a passage by reading. So dear student, so here I have given you 2 points. Just try to pick it up. Number one, you must have to enrich your vocabulary, and you must have to improve your power to understand any text by reading, so that you can understand the focusing point, the main theme of the passage. For this, what we have to do, we must have to read more and more text from everywhere, from newspaper, from our textbook, from a storybook. Where we will get any passage, we will try to understand, so that after reading a passage, at least we can understand the focusing point, the main theme of the passage. So thank you, dear student. So question number one, just we have 2 points. We have to improve our vocabulary, and we have to improve our power to understand the passage, to understand the theme of a passage. But in the examination hall, how you will answer your question number one? In your exam answer scripts, just you will follow these techniques, and just you will write down your answer like this. So dear students, so just you will write down like this, answer to the question number one, and then you will write this was the number of question, and this has been selected from the 4 multiple choice questions. Just you will write A, and which number will be the answer, just you will mention here, and then you will write down the answer. In this way, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just in this way, just you will write down these 7 questions and 7 answer in this way, and you will get full marks, I know. So dear students, you are many one, you should increase your vocabulary power. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Apon Kumar. So we have to increase our vocabulary, and we have to improve our power, so that we can understand the focusing point and the main theme of the passage. And so dear students, we have to discuss on another questions. So we cannot lose lots of time here. This is the question number one. So I have told you the techniques, and this is the system for writing your answer in your answer scripts. So if we go to ahead, so dear students, here I have many things to tell you, because I know many of you have some problems on this answer. You write down the answer of question number 2, but you cannot write down the answer very successfully. So dear students, we have 5 questions here, and it will carry 10 marks. It's a big marks, I think, for SSC examiners. But dear students, I know many of you don't know, so what are they called? Just we know they are the questions, but it is not true. So dear students, in question number 2, we have 5 questions, but these questions are called open-ended questions and close-ended questions. There are 2 types of questions are asked in the question number 2. Some questions will be open-ended, and some questions will be close-ended questions. But many students, many of you ask me, sir, what is open-ended question and what is close-ended questions? So dear students, in very short, in a word, I am trying to tell you what is open-ended questions and what is close-ended questions. So dear students, just look at the question first. Why did Mother Teresa found Nirmal Hriday? What does Nirmal Hriday mean? So just if you look at these 2 questions, why did Mother Teresa found Nirmal Hriday, and what does Nirmal Hriday mean? So dear students, if you read the passage, what I showed you at the very beginning, so in the passage, these questions are directly given the information in the passage that why did Mother Teresa found Nirmal Hriday, just you will get a specific information, and if you, what does Nirmal Hriday means, you will get a fixed information. If we have any hardship, that I would like to give you another example. So dear students, if I ask the simple questions to every students all over the Bangladesh, all over the country, that when did Bangladesh become independent? So this is my question for you, that when did Bangladesh become independent? So if I ask all the students all over the country, the answer will be the same one. Every student will answer my question, sir, it is 1971. So thank you, dear students. So every student, the thousands and millions of students will give the same answer, the one answer, 1971. Okay. Well, now if I ask you a question, how did Bangladesh become independent in 1971? So what happened? So every student will answer the questions, but the question answers will not be the same from with one student to another students. So everyone will try to develop the answer of the questions from their own angle of view. So dear students, okay, one student told you have read Apan Kumar, you are read 8, but you are listening. Okay, my lecture is important from the for students of class 7 to class 10. So dear student, so what class you are reading does not matter. Just try to understand the key points what I am going to tell you. So dear students, so there are two types of questions. I told you one is open-ended questions, another is close-ended questions. So how I can differentiate? If the answers of the questions, if I get from the passage directly and every student will write the same answers, then the questions is called close-ended questions. But if the answers are in the passages but not directly, we must have to think ourselves. I must have to think myself, and every student will think according to their capacity. So the answers will not be the same with one student to another, but the answer will be different, but everyone's answer will be right. This is called open-ended questions. So dear students, in your SSC examination, some questions like this will be close-ended questions, and some questions, here I have an example for you. The future of humanity passes through the family. What does the writer want to mean by this sentence? Explain 2 or 3 sentences. So what will happen? That every student will write the answers by using their own memory, by using their own angle of view. So this questions is called open-ended questions. And what lesson does Mother Teresa impart to us? This is also an open-ended question. So here just you pick up the two techniques. If the answers become very much specific, and if I can pick the answer from the passage very directly, and every student will pick the same answer, this type of questions is called close-ended questions. But if the answers become different from one student to another, because we must have to use our own angle of view to answer the question, these questions are called open-ended questions. So dear students, close-ended questions is very easy. Just if we read the passage very technically, very attentively, then we can find out the answer very easily from the passage. But the open-ended questions, we must have to write down the answers very technically. So dear students, I forgot to answer, to tell you two things. I show you a passage at the very beginning. Passage means this is reading text. You know, in the reading test, there are 3 types of reading, dear students. I don't know whether you know it or no, or not. Many one, Tultuli madam is also enjoying the class. Yes, sir, your speech is correct. Thank you very much. So, dear students, in a reading test, we have three types of reading. One is skimming, another is scanning, another is inferring or intensive reading, or if you cannot tell it, just remember it is deep reading. So to be perfect, to be expert in reading test, to answer the questions in the reading text, I must have to have some knowledge on three types of reading. One is skimming, scanning and deep reading or intensive reading or inferring. So dear students, you must have to remember these three terms. Skimming means just we read a passage very repeatedly to get a pretty idea, just what is the passage about, just to get this idea. I am reading the passage very repeatedly, very runningly, abruptly. This type of reading is called, I am sorry, this type of reading is called skimming. And scanning means, here you can understand very nicely, just again look at the board, the why did Mother Teresa found Nirmal Hriday? And another question, what does Nirmal Hriday mean? So dear student, in the passage is a big one, but for this particular technique, to get the meaning of the Nirmal Hriday and why he found the Nirmal Hriday, to get these two information, I will scan the passage, and where the information is given in the passage, just will go there and underline the places, and then I will pick the answer for these two questions. This type of reading is called scanning. And you know, after sometimes we have to write another type of question in the, especially the summary and in the fill in the blanks. You know, in question number 3 and question number 5, one is fill in the blanks, another is summary writing. You know it, I know, but in that, to write down the answers of the question number 3 and question number 5, we must have to read the passage intensively, because without intensive reading, without inferring, without deep reading, you cannot write down the answers of the question very successfully. So dear students, every time if I read the passage very deeply, very intensively, then I cannot cover the time, because I have not the lots of time, year after year in the examination hall. In the examination hall, I have fixed time. So I have to know the techniques, which techniques I have to use in which questions. So to answer this type of questions, we will scan the passage. And at the very beginning, just we will skim through the passage to get the pretty idea about the passage. What is the passage about it? And when you will answer the question number 1, that means MCQ, multiple choice questions, and question number 2, just you will scan the passage. Just first you will read the questions, then you will enter into the passage and you will scan the passage. You will find out the specific information, and then you will arrange your answer and you will write down the answer. So dear students, here I would like to tell you another one. There are some students who ask me, sir, someone has told us that we cannot write the answers of these questions from the passage. So where you have listened it is right, but it is absolutely wrong, dear students. You must have to write the answers of the open-ended and close-ended questions from the passage, no doubt. Without the passage, if you write down the answer, you will not get a single marks in the examination hall, because you know the questions has been asked to test your reading skill. So you must have to read the passage and you must have to read the answer from the passage, otherwise your answer will not be right. So but what is the in this প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীরা, এখানে আমি যদি একটু বাংলায় বলি তোমাদেরকে, এখানে তোমাদের একটা খুবই ভুল ধারণা কাজ করে। আমি যেটি জানি, অনেকে তোমরা বলে থাকো যে স্যার এই প্রশ্নগুলো এই প্যাসেজ থেকে লেখা যাবে না, আবার কেউ বলো যে এটা হলো প্যাসেজ থেকেই উত্তর লিখতে হবে। তোমাদের মধ্যে যে ভুল ধারণাটি কাজ করে আমি জানি, আসল কথাটি তথ্যটি হচ্ছে যে এই কোশ্চেনের উত্তরটি অবশ্যই প্যাসেজ থেকে লিখতে হবে, কিন্তু অবশ্যই প্যাসেজ থেকে ওই লাইনটি হুবহু লেখা যাবে না। প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীরা, আমার এই কথাটা তোমাদের অবশ্যই মনে রাখতে হবে যে হোয়াই ডিড মাদার তেরেসা ফাউন্ড নির্মল হৃদয়। এখানে প্রশ্নটি ছিল যে হোয়াট ডিড মাদার তেরেসা হোয়াই ডিড মাদার তেরেসা ফাউন্ড নির্মল হৃদয়। প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীরা, তোমরা উত্তরটা শুরু করবা, তোমরা যেটা করো আমি সেটা জানি, তোমরা প্যাসেজের ভিতরে গিয়ে এই লাইনটি নির্ধারণ করে সেইখান থেকে তোমরা পরীক্ষার হলে লেখার চেষ্টা করো, সেটি হবে না। এখানে বুদ্ধিটি হলো যে এই কোশ্চেন থেকে অর্ধেক উত্তরটি আমাদেরকে লিখে নিতে হবে। আমাদেরকে লিখতে হবে মাদার তেরেসা ফাউন্ডেড নির্মল হৃদয়। তাহলে এইটুক যখন আমি প্রথমেই খাতায় লিখে নেব, দেন আমার ওই প্যাসেজের সঙ্গে কিন্তু আর মিলে যাওয়ার কোনো সম্ভাবনা থাকবে না। আমি লিখব মাদার তেরেসা ফাউন্ডেড নির্মল হৃদয় হোয়াই দ্বারা। তাহলে আমি কি করব, লিখবো যে মাদার তেরেসা ফাউন্ডেড নির্মল হৃদয় বিকজ অথবা টু। তো এই বিকজ বা টু লিখে আমরা ওই প্যাসেজের যে কারণে ইনি নির্মল হৃদয় তৈরি করেছিলেন, আমরা জাস্ট সেটা কি করব, সেটা ওখানে উত্তরটি লিখে দেব। তাহলে কি হবে, আমাদের উত্তরটি হয়ে যাবে। সো ডিয়ার স্টুডেন্টস, আমি মনে করি আমার কথাগুলো বুঝতে পেরেছো। আমাদের সময় খুব কম থাকার কারণে দেখো, আমি এখানে জাস্ট তোমাদেরকে পড়ানোর জন্য নয়, আমি জাস্ট এই উত্তরগুলো লিখেছি। পরীক্ষার খাতায় কী করবা, পরীক্ষার খাতায় সুন্দর করে লিখবে আনসার টু দ্য কোশ্চেন নম্বর 2 লিখে 1 নম্বর লিখে আনসার লিখে এই আনসারটি তোমরা লিখবা। এবং অবশ্যই এই প্যাসেজ থেকে হুবহু উত্তরটি লেখা যাবে না, আবার প্যাসেজের বাইরেও লেখা যাবে না। তাহলে সঠিক তথ্যটি কি বললাম, আমি সঠিক তথ্যটি বলেছি যে এই প্রশ্নটি এখান থেকে সাজায় নিয়ে প্যাসেজ থেকে ইনফরমেশন নিয়ে লিখতে হবে, যেন এই লাইনটি হুবহু আমার প্যাসেজের সঙ্গে মিলে না যায়। অবশ্যই আমি প্যাসেজের বাইরে কোনো তথ্য লিখতে পারবো না। সো থ্যাংক ইউ। আমরা যে আর একটু যাই, আমি এই 5টা প্রশ্নেরই উত্তর আমি এখানে লিখেছিলাম, সেটি বড় কথা নয়। আমরা জাস্ট তোমাকে দেখানোর চেষ্টা করতেছি যে আমরা উত্তরগুলো এইভাবে আমরা লিখবো। আমরা তোমার যারা হুবহু প্যাসেজ থেকে লিখতে যাও তাদের এই উত্তরগুলো অনেক বড় বড় হয়ে যায়। আর যদি প্রশ্ন দেখে তোমার টেকনিক্যালি উত্তরগুলো লিখো, তাহলে অবশ্যই দেখবে উত্তরগুলো খুবই সুন্দর হয়েছে। আমাদের সময় বোধহয় আমরা শেষ করে ফেলছি, তো আমাদের সময় অনেকটা পার হয়ে গেছে, আমাকে একটু দ্রুত যেতে হবে। সো ডিয়ার স্টুডেন্টস, this is question number 3. You know, again we will have a sin passage in the question paper. So this will be the sin passage, and below the sin passage you will have a passage like this. But I have lost a lot of times. Just I am going to give you the 2 techniques, and then I will overlook the questions. So dear student, this is the passage. The pioneer of Bangladeshi modern art, Zainul Abidin, is widely acclaimed for his Bengali feminine sketches. Now the question is, Zainul Abidin dash is the pioneer. So this is the technique. In question number 3, many of you have a problem, I know. In the examination hall, you make a lot of mistakes in these questions. But just if you take 2 techniques, so dear students, to fill in the blanks in the question number 3, just you will follow the 2 techniques only. If the sentence here is an active form, the question here is maybe passive form. So the verb may be sense. The answer you will get here in the passage, no doubt. You will have not bring the answer from the outside. Every answer of the blanks you will get in the passage, no doubt, but the form of the word may be changed. So you will think that whether the sentence is in active form or passive form. If it is in the passive form, it may be here in the active form. If it is in the active form, here it may be the passive form. It may be another. Suppose in the passage it is in the positive form, the sentence here it may be the comparative form. So just you have to be technical. What the senses they have sense for writing here from the passage and in the questions. If you just follow these two techniques, whether the sentence is in the same form or not, whether it is in the active or passive, it may be changed into active to passive, it may be changed from affirmative to negative, it may be changed in the positive to comparative, comparative to superlative. Then if you be technique, but you must have to remember all the answer you have to get from the passage. You cannot bring the answer from the outside. Moreover, you may use the synonym. Just the word is in the passage, but you have to use the synonym. Okay, dear students, perhaps I have lost a lot of times. Just in the question number 3, just you will write down on your khata answer to the question number 3, and you will write down the answer like this. Then your answer will be right. So I have no more time. 5 minutes. Okay, dear students, within 5 minutes I will try to finish my lecture for today, and in my next lecture I will try to tell you elaborately. So we will have another passage in the examination hall, because you have 3 passages. From 2 will be seen passages and another will be unseen passages. From these unseen passages we have to answer 2 types of questions. Number 1, this is called information transfer. You know from class 6, 7, 8. You have read these questions very nicely, I know. So just here I would like to tell you one point. Sometimes many students ask me, sir, how will you write down the answer? Have we to draw this table in the answer script or not? Obviously, you have no need to draw any box in your examination answer scripts. Just you will write like this. You will write answer to the question number 4, and you will just write 1, 2, 3, 4, and just you will write down the information here, and your answer will be right. You will get full marks, no problem. So you have no need to write down the box in your answer scripts. So thank you, dear students. I have no time. So this is the summary. So dear students, I am very sorry that I have no time to give you the lecture on how we can write a good summary. Just I will show you. This is a summary. That means your summary must be the 1/3 or 2% or 5% may be plus or minus. From your passage, your summary will be 1/3. And in my next lecture, I will try to give you a long discussion on how we can write a very successful summary to get a full marks in the examination hall. So thank you, dear students. Okay, within 1 minute I am going to give you some clues to write a good summary by reading a passage. Just if you develop these 6 sentences, your summary will be a good one. So what is it about? Meaning, what is the passage is about, and description and function. What you have read, just you will take one function or which is very important. You will write down a sentence on that. Then you will write a sentence on merit or uses. Then you will write another sentence on demerits and abuses. And you will write another sentence on the importance. And lastly, you will write a concluding sentence. Then if you practice at home like this, you will see that you have already learned to write a good summary. So dear students, I have to show you another 2 questions of part A. You know, in question number 6, you have a matching questions. You have 3 boxes. So how you will write down the answer in the examination hall? So just it is easy. Just you will write down your answer like this: A, B, C, D, E. Just you will give this number like this, and you will join the parts of the sentences from the 3 box. You will join together and you will write this, and your answer will be right. You will get full marks, no problems. So dear student, this is the last item of part A. This is question number 7, and I know every student know these questions very well, and you know how to write the answer very well. So I think that you have no problem. Just you will write the sign of the number like this, A plus B, or you can use another symbol, no problems. Here I have to tell one thing. Many of you still have some wrong idea that many of you write the passage in the examination hall also. Dear students, you have no need to write down the passage in your exam in answer scripts. In your answer scripts, just you will write answer to the question number 7, and just you will write down the saying of your answer. It will be enough. You have no need to write down the passage in the examination hall. So you have a wrong idea about this, and from today I hope you will not write down the passage in the examination hall, and you will waste your time without any reason. So dear students, class activities we have no chance today. So dear students, I would like to give you a homework. In your English textbook, Unit 10 and Lesson 3, you have a text, I know. On this text, by reading the text, just you have written a summary of it, and you will try to show your teacher when you will go to school again. So dear students, I have come to the end of my class, and thank you very much. I have lost a lot of times. So what I have told you, you will try to follow at home, and you will practice at home. And if you practice like this, I know your answering capacity will develop, no problems. So dear students, I would like to give you Eid Mubarak to everyone, and may the Eid al-Azha bring happiness for everyone. May this Eid will make you happy, joyous. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.